Yeah, just check Dick and as well.
Let me see.
Yeah, just check as well.
Yeah.
Can you hear you?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, that's good.
Very strange hearing myself.
How many's racing?
17, I think.
Okay. Right. Welcome everyone to Formula Virtual. It's me, Jack, Grack and Ryan on comms today for the Bahrain Grand Prix round 2 of season 7, I believe it is. Last time out we had Andreas, who won. Unfortunately, he's not here today. He is filled in by Kay Gutowski, who won last time out in Division 2. Very impressive showing for him, and he seems to be the first person out of the pits. So he's eager to get started. If it'd let me change camera angle, that'd be good. Ryan, you're a bozo.
Says who?
Josh.
Wash, Tomo.
Josh, you should be driving. Get out. When you get out, I'm watching you just for the pressure. So we got Kay Gutowski out first, followed by Jetpack back in Williams for the third streak, I believe. For hopefully this time he can actually do something. We got Victor, very promising driver, one of the future stars of Formula V, so we need to watch out for him. Felix in the other Williams, I believe he's new here, so I'm not too sure what to expect from him. Before we have Panda, very impressive last time out in Formula 2. I believe he got a few wins under his belt, and he's teammates to Ids, who came second, I think it was, in Imola, first until the last lap, until his tyres eventually gave up on him pretty much. He was a washed man out at sea against Andreas in the much faster tyres. So Kay Gutowski's about to start his lap. Let's see how it goes. On board with him. Coming down to turn 1, there's a few cars coming out of the pit, so they better stay out the way. Let's see how he brakes. Braking at the 100 metre board. Hitting the apex perfectly on the power a bit later, I believe, but it's fine. Clips the apex there before riding the curb. Coming up to turn 4 now. We've got the young shots coming out the way before coming to turn 4. Perfect apex there. You want to use all the track coming onto your outside. Before you flick it in left and quickly right. Curb cannon surf to your car, but he's done alright there. Here we come now, down the fast left-hander. Incredibly difficult to find your braking zone and keep your braking zone as you can lock up the tyres. But Kay Gutowski has done an amazing job there, and this is looking like a very promising lap so far. Using all the curb on the right before tucking into the left, keeping it left before you switch to go right. I need to put the track map on. It's been a very good lap from Kay Gutowski so far in his red American horse representing CPI Troye. He's got big boots to fill from Andreas, but he sets a 128.0 first marker. I believe we have Jetpack coming up next. Oh no, Victor, 28.4, so 4 tenths off. Before we have Verify and then...
Oh, Josh won.
Verify 28.0. Before we have Jetpack, 29.4. So Kay Gutowski is quite a leader by quite a bit, 3 tenths as it now is with Felix. Josh Thomas has spun, so should be eating his words a little bit. Ryan, do you want to lead us on a lap?
Who's next?
Anyone you want.
I guess Oliveira.
Let's take a look at Oliveira then, Season 4 Division 2 champion. Staying loyal to McLaren, let's see what he can do. Ryan, take us on a lap.
Decently through turn 1 there. Nice. Oh. You can go here as he gets towards the end of sector 1.
It sets a very
he's won it.
Nicely kept heart at the wall there. We're looking for Oliveira, but he'll go again. He's definitely got the pace in him. Ids has set a very respectable 28.2, still 2 tenths off Kay Katowski. So Katowski's schooling a lot of these Formula V veterans, taking it from an F2 car straight to an F1 car.
Oh, no, that's messed up.
Who messed up, sorry?
Yeah, Forzan for the moment.
CPI Forzan, didn't even realise he returned to the grid. What can I say about Forzan? Very fast driver. He had a run out in Season 5, I believe it was, with Troy's teammate. For some reasons, couldn't race. But we saw an almost win in Saudi Arabia before, I believe, a steward's decision overturned it, which was unfortunate for him, and that proved to be the last straw. But he's here now. Let's see if he can beat his teammate Kay Katowski as he comes around the final corner now.
Been a nice lap, but for no mistake in sector 1.
And P9, 28.9. That mistake seems to have cost him daily, but that is a purple third sector, so he's definitely got the pace there. Duracell, another Formula V veteran.
Oh, he's won it.
Spins. Seems to be struggling on his return to Formula V, but we know what talent he's got. Definitely could have been Division 2 champion if he didn't have to change his schedule. One of the fastest drivers I've seen drive an F2 car, but I reckon he'd have a tough time beating Katowski and Panda. So the track seems to be pretty dead right now. So I think it's a good time to see what your predictions are, Ryan.
I'm hoping that it's an Alpine one too.
No.
But
Victor can definitely pull out a surprise result, but Verify seems to be struggling a little bit with the pace right now. He's definitely got him in too, to be honest.
The has shown good pace though, so if they keep it up throughout the race, it'll be an easy enough win.
Who's that coming out the pits? Oliveira is on a lap and he backs out of it for some reason. So audience, people I can see in the commentators chat, what are your predictions for the race?
Oh,
Personally,
again.
Shots? Got Jura who's still invalid. Oliveira's on a lap. He did seem to be struggling into... Maybe he's cooling down his tyres. Not too sure what's going on with Oliveira. So let's see who's starting their lap first. I believe it'll be Ids. Yes, it is. He is on his lap right now, sorry. Very fast 2:30 from him, as he's not even crossed the line yet. I reckon this is good enough for pole position.
be surprised if he doesn't.
Very close there from Mids, but let's see what he can do on his actual lap. On board with him. So 100 metre board seems to be the braking zone for here. Turning in the car 180 degrees lock before getting on the power as early as you can. The camber there, very easy to unsettle the car, but it just managed it well. Braking in between 150 metre board. Using all the track on the outside, careful not to unsettle your car on that curb. Sweeping in right before you go left. Ride that curb with your right tyre before braking down the hill. Very difficult braking zone, I find this one is, but it's done amazing there as well. This seems to be a very respectable lap. Let's see how he brakes down here. Will he lock up? No, perfect on the brakes, perfect on the traction, up to 4th, 5th, 6th gear. Let's see what his top speed is as we get down into sector 3 in a second. Easy on traction. You don't want to touch this inside curb, it can unsettle your car. But it seems to be hooking a perfect lap up together here. It's his teammate, Panda, his teammate, has just gone 5,000, so the second behind him. So let's see what he can do. Just come around the final corner now. A little bit twitchy on the exit, but this seems to be a very respectable lap. Can it beat Kay Katowski's 128.0? Yes, it can. Just a 127.9 borderline. So it's continuing his good form from Imola. No Andreas to get in the way, so maybe this is the moment for Ids to get his first win of Formula V, I believe this could be. Under new ownership from Siski, seems to be providing the goods.
As we feed him some good pasta. That's another one now.
Let's see. We're looking at Forsen. So, still not sure what to do with Forsen. I know he's got the pace in him, but he's locked up quite a bit there. Let's see what Troyer thinks of this lap. 7:10.
He looks to retake the one spot, and he's very good to go P3.
Seeming to have replaced. Microphone cut out there, sorry. So yeah, Jack Buff, Formula V champion, has taken over the reins of Alfa Romeo from Formula V veteran Phil, who is in chat today. Morris decides to back out as well. We have everyone in the pits, apart from Young Shots in the Mercedes. Young Shot's very fast in Formula 2 cars. We've seen what he could do for Carlin last season. Not fully sure on his abilities in Formula 1 car, so let's use this lap to see if he's got it in him, if he can take pole from Kegatowski, who is still sitting comfortably at the top, way ahead of Shu and Fraser Fishy, who I missed going P3. Yeah, the Haas looking very good. I'll be surprised if Troyer doesn't consider his options on.
War's leaving the pits, so let's see if he can. It's fine enough. He can match his teammate.
We've got Young Shots who decided to have bought out of his lap straight away. So a lot of drivers seem to be doing that. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or what they're doing. Maybe they're warming up the tyres again. No, he just came out of the pits.
It's strange.
We've got Felix in the Williams on a lap. Final corner. I'm not sure if this is. No, this is a banker lap, I'm guessing. Warming up the tyres. So here we go. Not on board with Felix. Let's see what he can do. There's a lot of the rush for the pits is coming now. Felix manages to avoid the traffic that could have been detrimental to his lap time. Cutting the corner there. Very surprised he didn't get an invalidation. Very easy to unsettle your car by doing that. So should consider himself lucky there. As you can see, the big snake of outlappers warming up their tyres. But let's keep our focus on Felix. We've also got Forsen on a lap. We'll see how he's doing. He's got to weave his way through the traffic. So let's just hope they're all sensible enough to just let him out of the way, because he does need that lap. He's down in 14th place, which definitely isn't as representative of his qualities as we know he's got. So Felix using all the track on the straight, or the runoff on the straight, should I say. Very good exit from there. Just hooking it in before you brake on while turning. Very easy to lock up by doing that. It's not too heavy of a braking zone, but it can be done. As Verify is out of his way. Final corner now. Early on the power, no twitchiness from the car. Car's behaving itself. Let's see what lap this is. A 1:27.962, still 3/10 off Kegatowski, but moves him just ahead of Ids in third. Talking of Ids, he is currently on a lap, and I don't believe he'll have time for another as he's just invalidated, seemingly spun. Let's see what Fraser can do. He's about to start his lap. Actually no, let's head to Forsen first. He's about to finish his lap.
No, they're second up in the middle sector. So.
Yep. Inside that fish helmet, let's see what the man can do. Using the toe from the Red Bull of 27.8. So that is the true Forsen we know. Haas 1-2. We've seen that for 3 seasons now in Formula V. 1-2, very common sight in Formula V. Troyer knows how to run a team and drive for the team. 2-time champion. As GGJ and Young Shots have finished their sections, Victor will start at least 9th. Panda wants to improve from his lap. Morris, let's see what he can do. Troy, I'm a very respectful man now. I've changed. Morris using all the curb. I'm not sure if that's the optimal way to use that part of the track. Kegatowski goes even quicker with a 1:27.4, so he's even schooling his own teammate at this point.
Oh, Ferrari spins.
Ferrari spins. out the way of Morris, so let's see what Morris can do. Doesn't improve, I believe.
And velocity is going to the top 10. No, it's not.
Perez moves up to P4. It's P5, unfortunately for him. Yeah, Ferrari, a very good team. Well,
So that's the grid.
they were. Yeah, Ferrari are alright. Red Bull down in P12, the monster not being able to get anything from this qualifying session. Neither's Liam. Joined late. I'm not sure what the rules are on joining late. Are you allowed to set a lap, Brian, if you join late?
I don't think so.
Ah, that's probably why then. So, this seems to be a starting grid.
Liam, a very fast driver. Might be able to make up for it in the race.
Just waiting for Forza and 20 to the pits before we start. Oh, it's a sprint race. I forgot about this. So, 10 laps of non-stop action. No pit stops. Fastest set of tyre. What more could you want if I'm going to be? The sprint race is always either spring as a surprise or don't finish.
The Haas takes pole though from his team for only 5 tenths.
Yeah, the Haas's have schooled the grid.
Nearly 1 second separates first to 10.
The grid seems very close, going down from P2 to I'd say P12 to be honest. P14. 5 tenths between all of them. So we got.
Interesting to see the race pace. It's in.
Yeah, Ryan is joined by me. I'm going to turn you up, see if that helps. That might be better. Starting grid for the sprint. I've not played F1 in quite a while, so I can't remember if it's reverse grid. Sprint's not reverse grid, is it?
Not in Formula 1, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just Formula 2.
Yeah, my memory's gone, so I don't remember.
What the... It's put me in a car.
Oh. I think
What
you
do I
just
do
need
here?
to not go at the start and then retire straight away.
I'll just retire in the pits.
Yeah, retire in the pits. But wait like 30 seconds so you're not affecting anyone.
Yeah. This is a bit awkward.
The mechanics have been a bit interesting as well. They just stood there T-posing. So they seem to be ready. You forgot to press triangle.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ready up.
Right. So, while we're waiting for Ryan to get off the grid, let's run you through the grid. So we've got Kurgatowski, followed by CPI Forsen. That has been dominant in qualifying so far. Let's see if their racecraft is good enough to keep them up there in the sprint. We've got closely followed by Felix, Fraser, Ids, Josh, Morris, Panda, Verify, and Victor rounds out your top 10. Velocity in the Ferrari, who interestingly has spun on the formation, lapping 11th. The Monster in 12th, GGJ in the Mercedes in 13th. Oliver, Jetpack, Young Shots, Bernardo, Duracell, Liam, and that rounds off your grid. So, I can't see anything other than a Haas winning this sprint. Both of them know what they're doing, seemingly. But I feel like Felix will give them a run for their money. I'm not sure how he did in Imola, but he seems to have good race pace. I'm good Rom. I've never commentated before though, so this is a bit... I can't get my words out. People in the audience, what are your predictions for this sprint race? And what about you, Ryan?
I think I'm gonna win it.
You?
Nah, but the Haas is looking fast, so... I can see it finishing the way it ended, the way it started with a 1-2. The Williams though was very close to Forzan. So
yeah, Suzuki agrees with you. A lot of the chat can't see anything but a Haas 1-2. I'm going to go for a wild card here. I'm going to say GGJ is going to gain the most positions in this sprint. And I'm going to say he's going to finish 8th.
I can see Liam easily making it inside the top 10.
Yeah, Liam is a very fast driver as well. Driver for NLR Esports. I believe he's had a few sprints as a few.
And Liam's also the only driver on softs, so.
Yeah, he's going for an aggressive strategy here. I believe softs will only just last 10 laps. But here we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And here we go for the Bahrain sprint race I'm following Ryan. Good start from the Haas. CPI Forzan closely following behind. Here we go, Josh Tomo down the inside of Fraser and... Why is the camera angle not changing? Oh, there's a bit of contact.
It seems people have spun Forzan's round.
Yeah, I'm struggling to keep up with what's going on here. McLaren going wide, there's someone in the gravel trap. Forzan is round. Forzan from P2 on the grid has gone down to P18. So unfortunate for him, after such a good qualifying session. Disappointing for Troy here. Let's head back to the front. Kegatowski already 8 tenths ahead. Josh Tomo closely followed by Panda.
Oh, Jetpack's gone for a move in Forzan. I mean, Forzan might have a bit of damage. Oh, 2 more cars round.
Victor is round.
No,
Verify, sorry. Verify's round. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's down.
And it's round.
On the downhill. It is round as well as Oliver. Ryan, just move out the way. So Fres Fishy has already got a penalty. Let's see what penalty that is. 5-second penalty. I believe it's for cutting corners. So Stuarts may decide to remove that as he doesn't have to pit. The monster in the points already, says Oisin. Yes, he is. Will he be able to move further up as he's got Victor? We'll be looking in his rear view mirrors that Red Bull charging towards him. Closely followed by behind a silver arrow of Young Shots. See if anything comes of this move. We've got Velocity getting past Morris. A nice battle ensuing here. Around the outside goes Velocity. Can Morris keep... Morris goes back round the outside. Velocity missing an end plate, so he's at a disadvantage here. Velocity keeping it outside, and a bit of contact as Morris goes into the rear wing of Velocity. Morris eager to get past Velocity. Down the inside, Velocity doesn't seem to put up much of a fight. But let's see what they can do. They're going side by side down the downhill section. Morris thinks better of it and backs out for the time being.
Oh, someone's on round. It's Victor.
And Victor is round as well.
Both Alpines not having the best sprint.
Both Alpines spinning in the same place as well.
As the Alpine team boss, I'm not excited seeing this.
Still got 46 laps to
You
go.
have Liam already inside, already up to P11, is it?
And can he make it P12 as he goes down the inside of Duracell, coming onto the back straight? Will he use his battery? Yes, he is. It's a drag race down into the final corner. Young Shots wants to get involved. 3 wide. They can't make this work, surely. They have. Amazing racing from the 3 of them.
Duracell off the track a little bit.
Duracell's keeping in front for now, but he's struggling.
Oh, big squeeze.
Liam sandwiched in the middle now.
Oh,
there's contact and Jerry's round. Liam caught in it. So's Verify. Will that be a safety car? That was very good racing up until that point. Very disappointing to see. Will we have a safety car? 2 drivers out of this race now. Doesn't seem like we're getting one. Victor is closely following Forzan. Is this a virtual safety car? Yes, it is. So time for drivers like Force and Victor to get the call back. Victor, of course, just lost out his teammate. Witnessed a murder, unfortunately for him. Drivers can get the battery back now though, which means we just got more non-stop action. But Kegatowski, he'll be happy for this virtual safety car. It's taken almost a lap, and it's just allowing him to keep this lead very, very easily from Josh Tomo in second, followed by Panda in the Alpha. Felix behind him, Fraser with a 5-second penalty, 1.4 behind the Williams before Morris, 5 seconds behind that pack, involved in a nice little battle with Velocity. Mercedes of GGJ behind him, the monster a bit far back, so is Bernardo, fresh from his Rocket League game. Young Shots, 1.6 behind, closely followed by the Shark Forzen. Liam getting a wing change, unfortunately for him.
Oh, it's green.
And we are going again. So let's follow this pack, top three pack. This battle for P2. There's also a battle for P6 coming on, from P6 to P9, but we're going to stick with this P2 battle for now. That's where the big points are scored for big drivers. So a very eventful sprint race so far, as always in Formula Virtual. Kegatowski comfortably in front. 1.4 is the gap. We have a nice little battle coming on for P2 before someone has spun. Duracell's struggling to get to grips with these Formula 1 cars since his return. Let's hope he can settle down eventually, because we all know what talent he's got.
Josh Tomo is bringing that gap down a little.
Yeah, Josh Tomo is closing on KG. I'm going to call him KG because I'm struggling to get my words out.
I'm going to call him as I'm not pronouncing that name.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Kagatowski.
Forzen has got past CPI. Forzen has been overtaken by Victor. There's contact. Rear wing contact. Forzen went into the back of Victor, forced him to lose position. Luckily, no damage was done, I believe, apart from the position he just gained was lost. Let's head back to this battle for the front. Gap seems to be extending again.
Seems Josh was better through the last sector to close up.
Fraser is
after P4 to P6, to P5 to P6.
Yeah, Fraser was joining in slowly but surely. We've got Forzen still quite a way behind Young Shots. Let's take a look at this battle for 7. Velocity now out of the DRS zone of Morris, so Morris seems to be running his own race at this point. Let's see what we can get. Will the Mercedes get into P7? Will the Monster make it 3 wide like we had earlier with Liam, Jura and who's the guy? Young Shots. So we've got Mercedes and a Red Bull in a battle like before. Here we go. GGJ going to the outside as Velocity defends the inside. Round the outside.
Victor looks to retake his place from Forzen. The inside and post on Forzen.
Velocity looking for the switchback. Gets the better traction. Let's see if he can make. Oh, quite wide. Velocity has the DRS off Morris still, I believe.
And has passed Josh into P2.
Here we go, round the outside. Forcing very respectable racing from the two of them here. As you've seen the whole race. Giving each other just enough room. No wheel banging. The Monster sits behind. Velocity gives a switch back. Down the inside into the turn 7. As you come down, race down into the downhill section.
Now no longer Lewis Hamilton.
They're keeping it. No contact. Very respectable racing from the two. This is amazing to see. Velocity, very clean. So is GJJ and the Monster wanting to get involved now as GGJ got a poor exit, but GGJ now gets a good exit, and I'm struggling to keep up with all the letters. I don't get why you guys can't just have easier names to pronounce. All this battling has allowed Oliveira to slowly catch up to the pack. Although meanwhile, Morris is just coasting ahead of these two, but not able to catch up to Fraser Fishy, who is now struggling to keep up.
That's gone around again, it seems. Yep.
Yeah, Jera's struggling, unfortunately for him. Panda has got past Josh. I missed that move. So let's stick with them for a bit. Sister team of Red Bull seemingly leading the Red Bull team. So is the Alfa Romeo team, sister team to Ferrari. Both absolutely beautiful liveries, driven by one beautiful driver and another person from Liverpool.
With the Mercedes looking to go at it again.
Here we go, down into the downhill section. He had a battle here before. Not this time, too far back.
Inside.
Contact this time.
Made the overtake. Nah, no,
both have DRSs. This is going to be a very close drag race.
Around. Panda's in the P5.
So the battle for P2 becomes a three-legged race instead of a four-legged race.
Josh, the leader.
We've still got a very close battle for P7 though. Seemingly, Velocity without his right end plate seems to be doing a good job so far of defending from these two very aggressive but clean drivers. They all want to get ahead of this pack. They all believe they've got the pace. As Liam gets a 3-second penalty.
Williams had a big moment coming through turn 1 there, allows Fraser Fishy past.
Oh, very zigzag racing. No contacts, still very impressive. Bit of contact there, forcing wide. The Monster, will he get down up the inside? No, bad exit from GGJ. The Monster will be now looking down the inside, down the outside, going into turn 4. Very late braking, on the power early. Gear 5. He's going to have the inside, but it's going to turn to the inside. Will he have the favours here? No, he won't. He has to back out, unfortunately. As Oliveira takes a look, but can't go for anything. So a bit of contact from Velocity has allowed him to capitalise, and he's now 7 tenths away from the pack, which may be enough to pull away. There's Fishy. He's got to pass the Williams and is now chasing after Josh Tomo. Josh Tomo out of ERS, his red light flashing. Just indicating to Fraser Fishy in the Fishy helmet of the orange McLaren. Can he get past? Josh seemingly used everything he's got, but so is Fraser Fishy. All Fraser Fishy has got now is DRS up against Josh. Will he get past?
Williams will be sitting behind hoping for an opportunity to get back up.
Moving down the inside. Easy move for Josh. Easy move for Fraser. Doesn't put up the fight too much. But he is going for a fight, coming down into turn 4. Seeing very close racing, very aggressive rating, bit of punting wide, a bit of Verstappen Hamilton moment there. But Josh can't get past this time, so Fraser keeps the position. Felix must be licking his lips, and he is. He's going to go for the move. Down the inside. He's got the better exit, but backs out of it. Josh seemingly not wanting to put up a fight, but keeping his position. Take a look at the pack for P7. GGJ has closed back to 4.5 tenths.
Oliveira's in there now as well.
Yep, Young Shot's closing in as well. Any more battles, and I believe it'll be a two-way Mercedes fight joined by Red Bull, McLaren and Ferrari.
Could Young Shot sneak into the DRS here for the main straight for the last lap? Just missed that by a small bit.
So, Kwiatkowski leads us on to the last lap of the race. He's led last to first so far, 3.9 seconds out in front of Fraser Fisher, who is closely followed by Josh Tomo and Felix. Panda falling behind after that spin, but he's still got plenty of a gap to Morris. Velocity, GGJ, the Monster, Bernardo. Let's see what we can get here. Will there be another battle? Fourth time around this trilogy. Will it continue? Velocity late braking, keeping a move there. As we head down the second DRS straight. GGJ doesn't have the DRS, so he's not able to battle here. And I believe that'll be the last proper overtaking zone. Unless we get a battle here. Forsen has got past Victor. So that battle has been going on a while. There seems to be quite a bit of a battle here going on. Forsen's lost his right end plate. And they're keeping it round the outside going there. Victor forces Forsen wide. Forsen then forces Victor wide. Switch back from Forsen. Without the end plate. Very
Mercedes going side by side.
Very argy-bargy.
Can Velocity can re-go for the overtake. The Monster's going to join as well. 3 wide maybe. It is going to be 3 wide.
3 wide is heading to sector 3 now.
Does.
Back out of it. Will there be a move going into this? A very unorthodox place.
Oh! The Mercedes gone round.
Mercedes, unfortunate. GGJ had a very good race, but unfortunately for him.
Josh Tomo finishes P2. Fraser dropped inside the top 4, top 3.
So that is the sprint race finished. We have KG winning the race comfortably. 5.2 seconds was the final gap to Josh. GFL Felix in third. Panda, Fraser, Morris, Velocity, the Monster, Oliveira, Young Shots rounded out the top 10. GGJ unlucky to not get points here. Very close battle with the Monster and Velocity. Unfortunately, one of them was gonna. It was so many fireworks. There's going to be a collision at one point. Victor, Forsen, Jetpack, Liam, Oliver, and Jura after a disappointing race round out your grid to start the Grand Prix. So Fraser, after that, Fraser finished P2 at the end of the race and lost out after about 5 seconds, so he will start P5. But absolutely dominant from there to driver KG. What are your thoughts, Ryan?
It was a good sprint so far. Making some more after the guy after this. Maybe someone after the battle. KG for the lead, is it? Is it KG?
Yeah.
I forget his name again.
Yeah, I can't keep up.
So hopefully someone can battle KG for the lead.
So Forsen, unfortunately, after starting P2, ended up P13 after a collision at the start. I'm not sure what happened there, but unfortunately finished P13 after a battle with Victor that ended in quite a few collisions. So stewards may choose to look at that. I'd say my drive for the race for this has got to be Velocity. As much as KG managed to just pull out that gap and stay consistent.
I'll probably have to retire again.
Yeah, I think so. Drivers mechanics T-posing again.
Yeah, so yeah. Emotes in. What if anyone will go for the soft tires?
What ultra aggressive strategy? I reckon you could win this, you know.
The default strategy seems to be soft hards.
I wonder if people will take
strategy
that.
Is medium.
I believe people will take the medium hards as softs just run out too much. We never got to see the full potential of the softs. Liam was up there, and then unfortunately he was involved in a collision with Verify.
So hopefully something better from Liam today.
Jacko has finally joined us, so prepare for some totally unbiased Alfa Romeo criticism.
Jacko's probably wondering why I'm in the Aston. Oh, I'm actually not last. It is behind me.
Alright, just back off for him so you don't get in the way. So back to my driver today, Velocity. He has got his end plate back now, so hopefully he can head back into an attacking position. It was a very promising race for him, defending very well from KGG to Monster, and all the cars that followed behind him, including his former teammate Bernardo. How do I get tyres? There we go. So, tyres. Let's take a look. Gatowski on the hards. So he's going to be vulnerable from the start.
They're quite liking him on the hards.
Yeah. Josh and Felix will be looking to capitalise on the cold tyres in the slow starts. Fraser's previously mentioned also on the hards. Panda, Felix and Josh on the mediums. Morris, Velocity, De Monster, Oliveira. Down to P12 on mediums. Softs on Forzen. So the hards for the Harties going for opposite strategies. Obviously Forzen needs to make up quite a lot of ground. So does Jareth going for the softs. Ryan going for an amazing strategy on the softs, but he's not racing. Verifying hards, Ids on the mediums.
The soft runners will be hoping for an early safety car. After about 5 or 6 laps so they can have a free pit stop.
Yeah, definitely. It's the soft strategy. We've seen it pay off quite a lot with Jacobo, I believe, was the main user of this strategy. Going for the softs, early safety car, gained about 10 places and a free pit stop as well. Managing to get many podiums from that place, as well as many top 3 finishes in the championship. So here we go for the start.
Park a car here.
Josh facing towards KG quite a bit, so he's definitely going aggressive. Oliveira disqualifies himself, so he's going to be at disadvantage.
I'm going to try to get onto the grass straight away.
So here we go. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And here we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. KG gets a shocking start. Josh pounces, so does Felix. No, he doesn't. So let's see, down into turn 1. Josh going down the inside of KG. Side by side, argy-bargy. Josh gets the position, very well done from him. KG, as he spins, no, KG back into the front.
7 wide at the back.
7 wide at the back, but Morris finds
Oliveira's out. Oliveira's out.
This is a massive pile up at the back, it seems. As we have a virtual safety car.
Oh wait, did Josh get caught up in that?
No, Josh spun on his own on traction. So Josh spinning on his own from traction down into 19th, which seemingly caused a ripple effect down at the bottom of the field. Bernardo now out. Liam from P15 to P10. What an amazing start from him on the hards. Gatowski very lucky there. Got a bad start, but now he's got Morris on the mediums who, let's see if he can catch him.
Panda's sat in the eye here.
Bit of overtaking going on. Green lights back out. So Morris, 3 tenths behind Gatowski. Let's see what he can do. Actually, we have Forzen attacking Victor. We've seen fireworks between these two already. Let's see what he can do as we come onto the back straight. Morris knows what he's doing. He's very comfortable in these positions, as I've seen from him in other leagues. Forzen seems to be smelling the behind of Victor here. Let's see what he can do. Verify not choosing to help Victor here with Slipstream, which is surprising. But down the inside goes...
Nothing about a 15% tyre wear a lap, according to what mine are on.
Okay. So Forzen's, it's now or nothing for Forzen. He's got to get past these cars, or else his strategy's not going to pay off. He's already got past one Alpine. Can he get past Verify? Not this lap, it doesn't seem. Let's go back to the front. Morris is past KG.
Places.
Morris is past KG.
Morris leads.
Yeah, KG, we could expect that. But Morris needs to maximise his advantage as he has right now, as Suzuki has said, because KG's tyres are going to come towards him later on in this race. About lap 7, his tyres will be in optimum temperature. Let's see, round 2, Forsen versus Alpine. Let's see what can happen. Brian, you can commentate this.
Fair play up 12 places. Let's see what Forsen will do here against Verify. On the soft compared to the hard, should be easy enough. You're seeing with the tyre, a bit of a moment from Forsen there. But he's just going to wait till the straight to get the overtake done. And then Alpine sandwich right now. Victor on the mediums, goes in the softs, and Verify in the hards. With Jetpack closing in behind. I'm sure Verify wouldn't want to fight this.
Here we go.
Let the race go.
Here we go, 40% ERS already used after that virtual safety car. Here we go, Forsen using a very aggressive slipstream setup. He can't get past when he go down into the inside. Yes, he will. Verify defending the outside. Doesn't make much of a battle. No point fighting that battle. Up next for Forsen on the menu is Velocity, who we know can defend. He can get his elbows out.
Jetpack's gone round into the wall.
Same old Jetpack in the ball, unfortunately for him.
Now he's just driving through the gravel.
Williams have gone from a very promising P2 position down to P14.
Both Williams down 11 and 10 positions this race. Josh down 16, Panda also down 13. But the person who's gained the most is Verified, surprisingly, on the hards with up 11.
Ryan, what would you do here? So we got 2 Alpines, Verifying the hards, Victor on the mediums. Would you pull out team orders, or do you just let them race?
I like Verified to let Victor last, but
yeah. The gap to Forsen is growing, so maybe a good idea for Victor and Verify to communicate. Let's see what Forsen can do. He's on a roll. He's eaten quite a lot. He's had a lot of drivers to overtake so far, and he's done that expertly. Let's see what he can do against probably one of the best defenders in the league, Velocity. He's seen what he can do already, as he's going to go to the inside lip brake, goes for the move, takes the apex, locking up a little bit. Velocity doesn't make much of a fight, but he's going to go. He wants that position back. He can't get it. Forsen seems to be unbeatable on a straight. Very straight line setup from the experienced horseman. Back up at the front, Kigatowski's tyres now seem to be coming towards him. Morris not able to take advantage of those medium tyres, so I'd say this race is still in KG's hands. We've got the Monster fighting for a podium position in the Red Bull. Oisin will be loving this.
Young shot up on the podium. Oh, yeah. Yellow flag, that Verify. It is Verify gone round at turn 10.
Could that possibly have been contact between the 2 Alpine men? We'll find out after the race, but he's got Duracell chasing him now on the soft tyres. Hard versus soft, there's only one way I can see this going, and it's to Duracell, the battery man himself.
You see, he's in fourth and he'd be able to Verify on the traction. So, Duracell, I'm going to do the same.
Verify, normally good at recovering races. We've seen him do it quite a lot in past seasons ever since he got back promoted from Prema. Found himself very comfortable at Alpine. Meanwhile, Velocity managing, holding on for dear life to this train. Forsen is pushing all of them along.
And Victor's going to sneakily make his way into that train.
The Monster and Young Shots are battling, side by side, forcing each other wide. Forsen has a bit of twitchy exit, but he's still able to get past both of them. Past Young Shots, will he get past the Monster as well, down the inside. Very impressive racing from these two, but here comes Young Shots.
Coming back at him though.
Three wide down, this isn't going to work. Young Shots back out. Very sensible from him. Contact, the Monster, is he round? Unfortunately for him, yes he is.
Yeah.
But Velocity's still going for the move. Taking advantage. Downhill, let's see what we can do. We've already seen two Mercedes and Ferrari battle this way, but let's see what the other Mercedes can do in this situation.
Locks and crazy slip from a Forza on ahead going along. Forza's flashing means he's got no ERS left.
Falls on a very aggressive driver. He'll be able to cope. Foxy and Young.
Oh, Vloxy's on round.
Never mind, Foxy spins, commentator's curse. Victor back into P5. It's a very promising race from him in the...
He's got a big train of cars going past.
Ids after a incident in the sprint. Retiring from that race, he's now in P8, but closely followed by the monster who spun. Oliver in P6, taking the position of Velocity. So Ferrari seem to have two drivers that are able to cover up on each one another. Let's see, we've got a Red Bull. So Jerusel never managed to get past Verify. Can Jerusel get past Velocity? There's a small train beginning to form.
Them softs will start going off now.
Yeah, but about this time. Let's take a look at this helicopter view. Very nice. You can see the small trains beginning to form. But right now, not looking like anyone's going to get past.
Oliver and Cage, you might start going out at the front.
Yeah, let's take a look at this battle for P1. Battle for P3, sorry. You kind of separated out, but KG is definitely beginning to almost have Morris on a leash, just holding on to him. And it's certainly going to play into his hands later on in the race. KG has 70% ERS compared to Morris's 20%. Troyer will be very happy with this. But I think KG is just going to play with Morris now. Yes, he is. He's going to go he's going to get moved on before we even get to the corner. Morris doesn't fight it, but will he be able to go for seconds? Let's see.
Nice forward battle here for P3.
Troyer wants him to end Morris, but Morris wants to get the move back. Can he? On the faster tyres, no he can't.
Morris did win a race last week and he didn't win. Reserve
Before?
Morris won Netherlands last season. He was the Division 2 driver who reserved that race. Went on to win it against the monster.
So Morris does know what he's doing up here, but it's whether he can do it against the seemingly faster KG in the Haas. Thorson's tyres will be running out now. If Troyer could give us any insight onto how his tyres are doing, that'd be nice. Victor now in P5, chasing after Young Shots in P4. Do you have anything to add?
Three-way battle here. Oh no, four-way. Vloxy needs going side by side. Verify ahead, looking on the back of the monster.
Two formerly veterans battling.
The Alpha Tire is still at the inside of Ferrari. Very nice racing.
Very nice racing. Ids gets the move, but Velocity's going for it again. Ids goes defensive down into the final corner. This is going to hamper his exit. Very close contact there.
Past Young Shots. Oliver from behind them for moving in.
Oliver!
Oh, that was late from Young Shots.
Very late. Very good reactions from Oliver though. Let's see what they can do. Battling out here. Does Oliver have the traction to battle Young Shots going into turn 4?
Oliver seems to have the traction to go off the inside. Oliver, very fast driver as well. Oh, who's that going around? Is it the monster once again? It is.
Down the inside he goes. Down onto around again, unfortunately for him. Oh, that was very close with Jetpack. Almost became a victim. But Oliver, those reactions were amazing. But he's got his P5 now, chasing after Victor. Young Shots has...
Oh, Young Shots down to P10. What happened there?
Young Shots... Something has happened, I'm not sure, but Jerusel seems to be right in the wrong place, wrong time. He's behind all of these cars that are spinning on the softs, not what he needs. P11 so far.
Forza might come into the pits this lap. We'll have to see.
Yeah, let's take a look at Forza. Oh, I saw someone go around. That is NLR
Is that
Liam, and he
Liam?
reset to track, and he's hit. Verify. That will be a penalty for NLR Liam, no doubt about it. Very cheeky from Liam there. He reset to track and verify. There's nothing he can do, and he almost hits Jetpack as well. Will we see a safety car?
I'm watching this as the Alpine team boss are seeing that again.
That was very disappointing
So
for
as it stands,
Alpine.
it's been 2 weeks in a row Verify's yet to complete a race.
Verify not being able to show his talent that we all know he's got. Very respected driver in the paddock. I believe the stewards, Frey in particular, will have a very stern word with all the drivers with resetting to track, because it could have not just been Liam, it could be anyone that could have been resetting to track, and with ghosting off, the same collisions are always going to happen. Ryan, do you mind talking for a second? I need to do something.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We have only many good battles going on, but Victor up to P3 as for them has pitted. Liam some at P10 still after that big incident behind his teammate though, the monster. Check out his steel tires, his top run. So KG on the hards. And you got Morris and Victor. Oliver right behind Victor going to make a move. We then straight to DRS. Victor no ERS, Morris. I mean Oliver but let it go already. It's past Young Scott. Decent gap. Jetpack on the back, velocity.
I'm back now, sorry.
Liam 3 seconds.
So Morris now seemingly holding on to the back of KG, but he's using a lot of his ERS, whereas KG still using none. I don't think KG knows that he has the ERS button. Maybe he's choosing not to use it. But he will be choosing not to use it. He's a very experienced driver, I'm sure he knows that button is there. But let's look back at the battle for P3. As Liam is out now, retires in the pits. Not much about
it. Will be a penalty from Liam's way for the reset the track anyway.
Yeah, not the best way to go out after you do that. But let's take a look back at P3. So Oliver seems to be struggling a lot more to keep up with Victor. It is quite a way back. KG, I imagine he's saving up to wait for Morris's tyres to fall off and then he pushes. I believe that's a sensible thing to do. Morris's tyres do seem to be falling off. 3/10 lost in that sector alone. Tyres do seem to be a bit loose. So as we reach the 1/3 of the way through the race, we have 16 drivers left, 3 retirements, Oliveira, Verify and Liam. Unfortunately for them, Felix in last, Josh Tomo after his promising start, leading the race for 2 corners before seemingly running out of tyre grip, hitting the barrier down in P15. GGJ in P14, Panda, Jura and Fraser Fishy. Forzen is coming to the pit, so all the soft drives have come into the pits. I failed to realise that.
All the soft ones have come in, on the hard alongside for them.
I believe they'll be going to the end.
Felix as well as pit the hards.
So you have a battle for
P7. Here for P7.
Yep, 2 Formula V veterans. Both have had their good moments and their bad moments. Am I right in thinking Veloxity's just come back from being a TP?
Yep, this is his first season back racing.
Yeah, Constructors Champion with McLaren alongside Rick. Definitely showing he's still got it in him after a small sabbatical. But he is battling with Jetpack, so maybe he'd want to be further up. Oliver and Victor. Oliver seems to be closing back in on him, but he's got no ERS. Neither of them do. Oliver and Victor will know each other very well from other racing leagues, so they both know each other's driving style. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming on here.
Oliver comes in, as Morris comes into the pits.
Yeah, Morris into the pits. Let's see how fast his stop is. Onto the hards.
Oliver all over the back of Victor here to hit down the next straight, and Oliver maybe get close to send up the inside. He's going back towards the left.
Dummies to the right, goes to the left, round the outside, can't get the move done. I feel like Oliver's just missing that final touch. He's got everything apart from...
Has to pin him back in P6, warm up the tyres now. I don't block the right behind him though.
Velocity won't be wanting to sit behind Morris on cold tyres. On the hard tyres as well, they'll take a while to warm up.
Up 16 and 13 positions.
Yeah, don't mind, let's look at...
Oh, yellow flag, 61, who's that?
I don't think it was
Seems to be no one. Blocks in the back of Morris now, he will get to move.
No penalties so far, but let's follow the Alpha on its outlap. Foxy can't seem to... Morris is doing very well at one, warming up those tyres, and two, keeping that gap to Velocity just out of hand's reach. Velocity's trying to grab him, but he can't. As Victor is into the pits, going for the undercut on Oliver, so let's see what happens here. Very good stop from the
Alpha. Overcut on Morris maybe, or gain time on Morris.
Very good pit stop from the Alpine crew. He won't get the overcut on Morris, but it's definitely closer than it was. No, it's going to end up being about the same. Young Shot's also in the pit, so is Velocity. So we now have had almost all drivers pit apart from the monster Ids, Oliver and KG. Felix making 2. So we're starting to see the grid coming back into what we can expect to see once the round of pit stops have finished. Um, 23 people watching. Welcome all to Formula V. We are 13 laps into this Grand Prix. KG dominate.
Fourth and here's Beefy sneaking up behind the monster and Victor. The monster will move up the inside here. Victor's not going to move too easily. Victor's not want to be battling people here. Might give Oliver the jump. Oliver is into the pits this lap. If Victor can maybe keep ahead of him. Age is also into the pits. Oliver and Victor very close before they went into the pits. Yellow flag, who's that for? Is that Jetpack? No, it's Ditto Williams. Felix. And Victor has lost that time. Wants to go for moving Oliver here. Oh, he's pushed him off. Williams is retired in the pits. Victor now pass forwards and go for moving Oliver. Oh, and Oliver's tapped Victor and Victor's gone round. Oh my god. What is this race? The Alpine boys cannot get any go. Victor now down. P7. Bit away from Monster and 4 and open P4 and 3. Victor does have some good pace, so see if he can catch it. Let's see what's happening down here. It seems to be jetpack looking maybe as though towards the Mercedes. Roxy on P12 and the yards. Victor and Oliver trying to close back up to where they were after the little instant. Forza and going to look for moving the monsters enough hard compared to mediums though. Has the monster actually made a pit stop this race? He has not. He's been on them mediums for 14 laps. So Forza should be getting the winner track. This person has tires. If anything can happen before the middle of the inside here, no. Further officially closing it behind me will cause Forza and some problems. So right now it's the monster and Forza on battle. And Fraser Fishy just closed right up because they were stopping on the straight for some odd reason. Just with the DRS cost the monster 2 places, and he's not even got the DRS. Has allowed Oliver and Victor to close up a little bit more, forcing at least just in the pack. KG leading away for 26 seconds, yet to put the mark on them halves. Bumps to in P2 by 9 seconds. And what Forza can do, you can pull away from Berta Fishy on the mediums. Because he's on them mediums for 14 laps also, so Fraser Fishy and the ones who yet to pit. Maybe they're trying to go for the softs at the end. That would be a place there for Victor and Oliver once the pit stops going to be up. P4 and P5 behind Forza.
So KG now a full pit stop ahead of Morris. I'd say KG, unless something totally unexpected happens, he's got this in the bag. The gap's growing from Morris, but it's shrinking to Forza. Forza getting closer to Morris. So we could have a fight in our hands by the end of this race. Let's just see how much it closes in. Fraser Fishy holding on for dear life on Forza. Both of the fish helmets. Fraser and the monster, I can't see why they'd go onto the hards for this long. For this short amount of time.
Yeah, that's all put Oliver and Victor back up, but after the moment they had has cost them place Forza, and the monster actually lost 2 places himself by slowing down on the back straight DRS.
Yeah, and now he's losing out quite a lot. His tyre's seemingly dead. TTG Oliver now on the back of him.
Victor's really praying behind that. Oliver held up a little bit and stuff.
Ooh,
oh, and
had a bit of a lag spike there, but there seemed to be a bit of contact.
Oliver go for move up the inside, he will not.
Tibbs, the Mercedes team boss, rooting for both of their drivers.
Oh, KG, 5 seconds speaking to pit lane.
Oh, so ballpark maybe back in Morris's favour, but he is going to be on the medium, so I expect KG can pull out. Tibbs, there's fireworks in the sky and on the track. We've had quite a bit of action, especially between your Mercedes drivers. The race seems to be spreading itself out a bit more, but let's see. KG out of the pits, and there's still a massive gap to Morris. Morris seemingly just needs to push because
the monster has come into the pits now. Right there, top for himself.
The gap to Forza is growing now.
Oh, Fraser Fishy's gone round. He should have pit. They
That maybe
reversed him back on towards the track.
was very dangerous from Fraser. He could have taken out Oliver or Victor here. He seems to be struggling to get the car around. So Duracell now up into P9, Young Shots P8, Panda P7. Here we go, a battle with Young Shots and Panda actually. Let's see if any of these can swap positions. Not right now, it doesn't seem. We'll come back to this in a second.
Victor trying to close back in towards Oliver. Orson has a nice lead over Oliver. 5 seconds. We'll be looking at a double Haas podium today.
Oh, bit of contact between the Alpha and Mercedes. That forces Panda wide. Maybe giving him an advantage in terms of Young Shots can't get the slipstream. Victor is out.
Anything else going to happen in these last 10 laps?
Panda is out of VRS, but the field spread has definitely come out now, which is a shame after that action in the sprint. We've got Jetpack on the back of it.
Would be nice to have a late safety car.
Connection's a bit sketchy, but it's fine.
Josh has just not had the best race. Down in P14, just trying to push. Oh, yellow flags, is that Forzan? It is Forzan.
Wow. So,
and will that be it is a safety car.
Safety car in the final laps. The field, we were just talking about how everyone was so spread out. Well, now, Kay Gutowski in the mediums, he'll be kicking himself. His teammate has just made him so vulnerable. Morris will now be into the pits. Oliver into the pits. Victor into the pits, I expect. All of these drivers will be into the pits, onto the softs. Neither would the Monster. Fraser on the hards.
He just pit for fresh softs.
The Monster could have made the most of that.
Fraser's going to go around again and pit the new softs.
Yeah.
So you can keep the wear down.
So, KG, from being comfortably in front, now has a race on his hands. Will he come into the pits?
He's going to have to pit here in 5 seconds. He can keep it with Morris. Very fast driver right behind him.
He's got that 5 seconds to play with as well, so the sensible thing would be to come into the pits. But then what does Morris do? Does Morris come in?
He has.
Does Morris jump?
I think Morris has to as well.
KG is into the pits, so he's going to serve his 5 second. I expect all of these drivers will be coming in onto the softs. Will these drivers have fresh softs? That's the question. We've had a sprint race and qualifying, so KG serving his 5 second now.
Oliver stays out.
Troye fuming.
Victor.
That's very questionable.
AIDS is into the pits alongside Panda. Those Young Shots into the pits. Duracell, Velocity stays out. The other Mercedes, the other Williams into the pits. Josh Tomo into the pits. Though Vic and Oliver lead this race, but the only two not to pit will, and of course Velocity, who's came out behind, well, still behind Morris and KG, who did pit. Will the Monster pit once again? He hasn't.
So most drivers coming on to softs, some going on to mediums, but I honestly can't think why Victor and Oliver have stayed out on the hards. They've left themselves out to dry.
Victor did defend Troy last season in Singapore to keep the win. Can he do it again this season? On older tyres.
And a much wider circuit. There's much more opportunity for overtaking rather than the streets of Marina Bay. But Morris could capitalise. We know how he is in these wheel-to-wheel situations. Morris could capitalise on many opportunities. Could he maybe win this race? Or will KG live up to Troye's expectations and win on his Formula V D1 debut? Let's find out. Fraser's still not come in, Fraser. So, very different strategic decisions. It better not be Hooper in the Ferrari engine box because he's told both of his drivers to stay out on the hards. So that's very questionable.
Seems Sandstone's gone for an awkward strategy. Or has Ray decided for the strategy?
I think it's just Ferrari doing Ferrari things, but people in the chat, I want to know your predictions. This race has been knocked wide open. Almost anyone could win this race.
I do think KG will come through and win it. The pace he's shown through this qualifying, the sprint, and first 19 laps.
And Young Shots has got a cramp in P6, so he better learn how to brake before this safety car comes back, because he's got 5 cars in front, which is just enough to play a game of bowling and knock the game up into IDS. But lap 21 of 29, we've got a safety car leading the way. First time we've not had a Haas or an Alfa Romeo leading the race. But we have Victor following behind, Oliver following behind, Victor in P2, KG in P3, Morris, Velocity, Young Shots, IDS, Jura and Panda and Fraser.
Oh, it
down
seems
to P10.
everyone after IDS have gone for the mediums, except for Jetpack and the Monster. Everyone inside the top, everyone from 11th up to 8th have gone for the mediums and the hards.
Josh Tomo needs to seize this opportunity as well. His teammate's fighting for a win, but that could have been him if he didn't spin on the exit the second corner.
That's why he's called Wash Tomo for a reason.
Josh Bozo down in P14.
There are bozos out of the race, unfortunately.
I think he'll learn to keep his mouth shut before talking to you again.
He should.
Troyer not happy
Somehow
with
P90.
Forsen at all. Will we see Troyer give up a position in mid-season to KG? Because this debut has been nothing but impressive from him.
You'd back KG to win this race.
But the safety car is coming in. Let's see what happens. Oliver, when will he go? Will he go early? Will he go late? He's going now. He's gone very early. And he's caught Victor napping. KG not looking likely for an overtake.
7
Will he send it? Let's see. Down into turn 1, Sparks flying. Down into turn 1, Victor gets overtaken us hard. Not helping him at all. Soft versus hard, there's always going to be.
Victor's gone round! He's taking Morris with him. Morris has damage.
Victor around Morris as well. That is so disappointing for him.
Does Morris have damage from it, actually? He does, he's missing his right end plate.
Morris is missing his whole right wing, I think. Not just his end plate. Oh no, just his end plate.
Oh yeah.
Morris could have been going for that win, but down P4, and he's driving a truck at this point. It's
unfortunate. Morris, very good driver, promising.
Tibbs going absolutely crazy on the pit wall. Young Shots in P3 on softs. Will he be able to keep up with KG? Oliver, I expect, will put up a fight.
Oliver?
No, he isn't. He moves out the way. That's not very good defending decision from him.
Oliver is known as a spin marking sometimes. If he can keep up. Commentator's curse early.
Oliver very lucky to keep that car on the track. Out of the barrier. Young Shots. 9/10 behind Oliver now. He's going for this P2. There will be post-race interviews, so Ryan, if you could invite those people when those positions are out.
The top 3.
Morris, surely on the faster tyre, will catch up to Oliver. He's got IDS following closely behind him. We know what he can do. We've seen how well he's done in Imola, tyre saving. Doesn't need to tyre save these cars, it's flat out to the end. Will he be able to get past Morris as he come into turn 2, down turn 3? Got any battles going further on down the field? Don't believe so.
Oliver though, up 14 positions right now if he stays in P2.
Very impressive race from Oliver.
out with missing the right end of his front wing.
Let's take a look
Well,
at Josh. Let's see if he can get into the points for the first time of this race. He's come down the downhill. It's quite a big train. Fraser seems to have a bit of contact with Fishy there, which doesn't seem to have any damage from.
Fishy?
Fraser had a bit, Fraser had a bit of contact with Panda. Points top 12, my bad. Galloon roasting his former teammate. He's hit the back of Morris, but let's see what he can do. Coming into the penultimate corner, that is a lovely move from him. It's absolutely well done from him. But Morris will have DRS on his back straight. I believe it is enabled. Velocity 9 tenths behind on the hards. I think he's out of contention for these podium positions.
Morris does not have the DRS. It's not enabled, is that? Unfortunately, Alfa Romeo driver. Young shot up in the P2.
We've got Josh into P2.
Fighting him though.
Let's see. Battle for P2. It's going to be very close, but I believe Young Shots has the upper hand. Contact.
But Oliver going to look come back at him on the hards.
This is going to be very close. Argy Bargy.
The traction over from Young Shots should pull him ahead. Oliver going to keep it side by side here.
Oliver's going to have the outside onto this corner now.
Oliver is going back to the inside.
That is an amazing switchback. Locking up, forcing Young Shots wide. But Young Shots doesn't seem to be too affected apart from losing the position, but not too much time.
Victor sat here in P14 watching Oliver do what Victor planned to do. It's unfortunate,
Morris.
but Oliver's drove amazing so far. Can he keep up this P2?
Morris is there looking at what could have been for him, but he's also looking at velocity in his rearview mirrors as he locks up due to that wing damage, and he's got velocity closing in on him. Panda still being closely followed by Fraser, Josh, Jetpack and Jura, GGPS and the Monster. That's very close training for P7. Will we see an overtake?
Owen Morrison too mad about getting hit by the car he used to drive. Young Shot's going to go for a move maybe once again. All the ERS burned. Oliver.
Is your Fraser going to the outside? Will Morris make it free? Will Josh make it free wide? Fraser gets it done before we reach the corner. Very well done from him.
Shots up in the P2 once again. Oliver with the
Panda
DRS,
helpless, but he's also under attack from Josh. Josh goes wide. Going into the gravel trap, he's being pushed wide. Will Jetpack get onto him? No, he won't. We also had a bit of action between the Monster and GGPS. This race has been pushed back into the sprint race setting that we had before. We've got Young Shots still following Oliver. He wants that position. KG way out in front, seemingly in control of this race now. TGG, Oliver, struggling with the traction. Oh, there's contact. Is that damage for Young Shots
I think
as well?
has got wing damage from that.
And is his round anyway? Oh no. That is so unfortunate.
I mean, Victor is open to the points though. Shots there, very aggressive, late on the brakes.
I expect that'll be a penalty for Shots. Oliver still in P3. Morris going wide.
Morris P4 with a half a broken front wing. Extraordinary job he's doing right now.
Yeah, but this train is wide open now. P2 to P11 in one battle. Victor back into the points.
Victor's also going to be on the end of that train soon enough.
But this racing has been absolutely amazing. We've got a 10-car train. At the front of this train, Oliver going in the hard tyres, going round the outside, getting the move done before we get to the straight. Morris following behind. His teammate Velocity looks to be going for a move round the outside. It's going to turn to the inside. Will he have good traction as we come up to turn 3 and turn 4? It doesn't seem so. Do we have anything else going on? No.
Oh! Shots! Dirty gone round. He's down to P5 now from that
Shots
P3.
Going to be side by side with Fishy, and there's more contact.
Again, Fishy.
Panda almost getting caught up in that. And Id's going from P2 to P11 straight away. And Victor is now caught back up to the pack. This race has been flipped upside down 5 times. Probably more.
The gap is only 10 seconds from Oliver to the leader. Somehow Morris is still sitting in a podium.
Very impressive from Morris.
If only he didn't get that damage on the safety restart, what could he have done right now?
Yeah.
Maybe
Veloxity
win.
is missing that final touch on Morris though. Morris has got the missing end plate, but Veloxity's got that
Velocity's
missing
a little
tyre
run now.
advantage. He does seem to be closing in
Sector
here
3
though.
flags. It's in the wall once again.
I have just disconnected.